Welcome to this week's episode of Atomic Cricket Podcast. Today we'll be talking about India's tour to Sri Lanka, the two one-day internationals that have been completed. So India are leading 2-0, and we have witnessed a lot of things. So let's welcome Maitreya and Vijay Lokapally, sir. How are you? And hope you're staying safe. And what do you feel about this India tour of Sri Lanka?
Hello, Chiru, and hello, Akash, and hello, Krishna. I think it's been a wonderful week, beginning with the first match, and then of course the excitement of the second match. We know all how it went, and I think I would first like to hear what Krishna has to say, and then we'll come up with our views.
Yes, sir. So I'm also safe. Especially I was really following this series because I really wanted to know how the Indian batsmen and bowlers how they would perform, and it has really come excellently. And I really like the result as well as the match how it went on. It was really good for me. So uh, I'm staying safe and I'm good, sir.
Krishna, you will like the result definitely because India has won, and you are a big supporter of Indian cricket. It was good. Everyone said it's a second string and third string and whatnot, but it has played as good as the main team. Yes, Chiru, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about yesterday's game first, right? Before the first one international. Sri Lanka win the toss, elect to bat first. I felt it was a foolish decision, but moreover, as pulled wrong, they get off to a good start. 77 opening partnership. Fernando gets off to a 50. Chahal removes Banaka Rajapaksha of successive balls. Then Dhananjaya sticks around. Fernando falls, and then Asalanka Karunatane got runs in the final few overs, and Sri Lanka suddenly 275 for 9. And then India's Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, they were the heroes of the first one international, and quick wickets fell. Shaw started his aggressiveness, but he fell off, and then Prithvi Shaw fell off. Then Shikhar Dhawan. So wickets kept falling. Manish Pandey and Surya Kumar Yadav, they stuck around. They put a 50-run partnership, and then Surya Kumar Yadav got to a 50, and Hardik Pandya got a duck, and then Krunal Pandya was struggling with the short balls from Karunarthane, and whatnot could happen, and then Deepak Chahar comes in at number 8, and what an knock from him, 69 not out, and along with him Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who stuck with him 19 not out, and that was enough to get us over the line in the first ball of the last over. So this is the summary of the second one day international. Let's get to you, Maitreya, first. Like, what do you feel about this game? I mean, how exciting was it?
Yes, so Sri Lanka had a really good start, and I was scared they would put on a really good total. Actually, 280 was a really good total, but the way they started, I expected like 300, they would go more than 300. So breaking the partnership was very important. The open partnership went on really well. And then again, the Indian bowlers, after they took one wicket, they put pressure on the Sri Lankan batsmen, and that's how Sri Lankan batsmen went down. But again, Karnaratne hit a really good cameo there in the ending. So that's what brought Sri Lanka to 280. And so I just felt that the Indian bowlers did a good job there. So in the opening, they couldn't control much. They when they got the pressure, when they got the wicket, then they continued to put pressure on Sri Lanka. And Indian batsmen, though they didn't perform really well this match, they got out because Sri Lankan bowlers were doing really well. Indian batsmen couldn't do. Sirukumar Yadav did very well, and Deepak Chahar was the main face of the game because it was about 80 runs in 78 balls, like that it was at that time, and 3 wickets were remaining. So I was thinking India may lose the match, or if this wicket falls, or if the wickets won't fall, India back till 50 overs. I wasn't expecting India to uh, win the match because at that point of time, Deepak Chahar was in the beginning he was defending balls and taking his time to just get used to it. So I was expecting him not to hit the fours or sixes or no boundaries. I didn't expect him. but the way he showed the batting, the way he batted with intent, I really like that. And he took his time, and after that, he chose the right balls and he went on. So that was very enthusiastic. I was really excited at that point of time. It made me stay till the end of the match. I was thinking to just sleep off, but it made me stay till the end of the match. I expected that from him, and I really got it. And Sri Lanka had the match that at that point of time, but Deepak Chahar snatched it away from them. So that was what you can say the summary of the match. You can say.
Yeah, it was post 11 p.m. when the match ended. So Vijay sir, let's talk about Deepak Chahar. So this was Deepak Chahar going at number 8, achieves his highest score of 69, wins the man of the match. Before that, takes a couple of wickets. He went from 2 of 18 balls to 69 not out of 82 balls, and he came in when India were 160 for 6. So it become 193 for 7, but played his role. He kept he had that intent to finish, and India crossed over the line. So did you think that Sri Lanka will give this little fight, a little competitive fight? But what is your thought on Deepak Chahar, the way he's batting? I mean, the tail is really good for India. I mean, if you consider Shardul Thakur, he can hit big runs, Washington Sundar in test cricket, and then now here Deepak Char. So, what are your thoughts, sir?
Well, Chiru, if you see this IPL, Deepak was able to make a good impression. The way he bowled, actually, he is not much of a batsman. Let us be very clear that you cannot count him as an all-rounder, because this was a one-off innings he has done at this level, because he was able to dig himself in to kind of understand the pitch and the situation. And then once he got going, I would say the Sri Lankans also kind of played into his hands. It didn't really bowl well to him. It was a tough situation. Honestly, very few would have expected India to pull it off with 7 wickets gone. But credit to Deepak Chahar. It speaks for his temperament. Obviously, he has improved, I must say, as a batsman, but still, it will take a while before for him to qualify as an all-rounder. He's a good prospect in both ODIs and T20s. I remember his debut match when he made such an impact with 8 wickets, and Hyderabad was a team which suffered. And I remember speaking to him that evening, and he was so thrilled. But the thing is, if you look at his progress, it is not as you would have expected him to. He has had to struggle. He has had to struggle making a place for himself. But looking at this game, full credit to him for having played the innings to win the series. So next match, if they wish, they can experiment. There are a few players wanting to get in and get a game. It's up to the coach Rahul Dravid to decide. But Chahar definitely has ensured that he is the one to look forward to.
So, sir, like for me, when I was this partnership with Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Deepak Chahar, and I got reminded of Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Dhoni back in 2017 when Bhuvneshwar struck a 50. So I was watching it live. Actually, we were all in a hostel at that time, and I was at home for some reason I don't remember, but I remember watching it live. So it just brings down that memories. So let's talk about the stats that came out and that I've collected here. So India, by winning this series, India have secured their ninth successive one-day international series over Sri Lanka. Now, how does this feel, man? Uh, Sri Lanka has been such competitive team, but against India, it has always been India have been dominant.
Yes, sir. If you see in the last 10 ODIs that India and Sri Lanka have played, Sri Lanka has only won one ODI in the last 10. So this itself shows that for the last few years, India has been dominating Sri Lanka. And if you see in this series also, the first match, it wasn't their batting wasn't that good. Although all hit 30s in 30s, You see, that was a little bit of consistency from every batsman, but no batsman could hit more than 50. So they had a score of 262, and I feel that was a really low score for India because the way India started, if you see Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan, the way they gave played really well. So uh, India played a really good innings, and if you see both the matches, there's a lot of difference in both the matches. The first match, Sri Lanka, it was almost like they did a very average job. But in the second match, they put a lot of competition. That's what I really liked about the second match because in the second match, they had, uh, I can see clearly a lot of intent. The way they started their batting, the way they bowled, the way they saw, especially with Kunal Pandya, the bowler was bowling a lot of short balls, which was troubling Kunal Pandya. So they saw each player, each weakness they practiced, and they played exactly according to their plan. So I feel the second match, the way they played, they should have won, but Deepak Chahar, no one expected him to, and he gave it, he delivered. So that can be the come and leave some, so they can experiment with some new players. So that can be the third match what India does.
Yeah, Maitreya's internet connection is very poor. Pardon for that. So, Vijay sir, let's go on and talk about the first one-day international. So, if I ask now Maitreya to give a match summary, I don't think he would be able to. But I don't know if you have written the scores down. But Vijay sir, let's talk about the first one-day international. If I ask you what happened in the first one-day international, could you tell? I mean, you don't need to tell the scores. You don't need to just describe it.
Yeah. Of course, see, there was a lot of interest surrounding how the Sri Lankans cope with this Indian juggernaut because if you look at Sri Lankan cricket, it's going through huge issues. Uh, Three of the top players who went to England are facing disciplinary action, and then someone like Ajanta Mendes, someone like, I mean, if you see, they are struggling in all fronts. The players are having issues with the cricket board on wages. So that was not the right kind of preparation for the series. But the series was essentially held so that they get to play some cricket at home. The broadcasters also, they had a window to show these games. The Indian Cricket Board was very keen to help Sri Lankan Cricket Board. It will enhance their revenue collection for the season. So I think that was the main purpose, and Sri Lankans were always looking at this series as lessons to be learned, and I'm sure they will have plenty of lessons to learn. And the first game was an indication on how it's going to be, because India, if you see Prithvi Shaw, the innings which he played set the course for the chase. And then, of course, there was Shikhar Dhawan, who played like a captain and ensured that he was around till the game was over. And Sri Lanka had its own issues. They did well. If you see collectively, the batsmen and the bowlers, there was a lot at stake for them. They had to learn so much, and credit to them. I will not say that they played badly. Good, India won. It's good for Indian cricket because the second string team, as Rana Tunga had said, they had sent the second string team. Even if that is good enough to beat the Sri Lankans, I think it is a good sign for Indian cricket for the years to come. But Sri Lanka will have reasons to pat themselves. And I was particularly thrilled with the way Prithvi Shaw batted, and he came in for a lot of praise from Greg Chappell for that particular innings, the way he managed to get in position to play the shots. Of course, Shikhar is a past master, and the Indians bowled well. I was happy to see Kuldeep Yadav doing excellently. So he's going to be crucial. This series is very crucial for him. The T20 games are coming after this. One more one day is left. So I think, Chiru, there was much to gain for the Indian team, and it was a good start for Rahul Dravid as a coach.
And yes, sir. Like you talked about everything, but I think you missed out on Ishan Kishan. If I didn't pay attention
Yeah,
properly, I'm
Ishan.
really sorry.
Yes, Correct, correct.
Yes,
Of course. I mean,
and what
Ishan
a
has
what a
got the
what a
chance.
innings from him, sir. So
Yeah,
59,
he.
it's his birthday, then debut 50s in both one day internationals
Yes,
and T20s. Like this is amazing.
yes.
This is what we want. And IPL not a great season for him, and then he comes here and hit 59. Yes, he had a niggle when he came into the second one day international, and that's obvious that he couldn't perform. Maybe we can see a replacement in the third one day international, but talk about Maitreya. I'll come to you for this short answer. Just give me a short answer, like Ishan Kishan, 59 birthday, debut 50s in both one day international and T20s. So what do you feel about this?
Yes, so I feel it is a dream birthday for him, making a debut on a birthday, and on the debut he's hit a 50. So I feel that's a really great start for his career, and it may be one of the most memorable birthdays for him in his life. And the way he batted also, the first ball itself, he started with a six. So after the match, he said that in the dressing room, he told the players, all the other teammates, that uh, when he bats, the first ball he would hit a six, whatever the ball is, whichever the ball is. So he would try to hit a six, and he did the same. So it was his birthday. He made his debut. He started with a six, and he hit a 50, and India won the match. So a lot of things on just one day. So it will be one of the most memorable birthdays for him, and it was just, I think, a dream day for him in his life. I think it's very hard that any player will get such a day in his life, and he has got it. He is very lucky, and that too, all his hard work has paid off. So I'm just happy for him.
Okay, first ball six. I forgot to mention. Yes, thank you for that. Vijay sir, like let's look into the third one day international, and we might expect some experiments to come out. Maybe because Ishan Kishan is little bit injured. Maybe if he's fine, let him come in. If it's not, I'm thinking Devdutt Padikkal can play at number three. Maybe yeah, he's an opening batsman in the IPL and for Karnataka. But I think he can play at three and a top order batsman. But what do you think? I mean, will they chuck the top order batsman, or will they try and make replacements in the bowling unit?
There could be a chance for Padikkal if Dravid wants to test him with one game because the series is decided in any case. And if you look at it, I don't mind if Ishan Kishan has to be rested. You have Sanju Samson who is recovered, who is available for selection. Why not? I mean, but I know the kind of person Rahul Dravid is. He will not take it easy. He may even not be very keen on just distributing the cap. If somebody has performed well, he would like to make it 3-0, not take any chances. But yes, if you ask me personally, I would love to see Padikkal in action.
And got a feel for Manish Pandey, no, sir. I mean, he is someone who's really consistent but very inconsistent. We don't know when he performs, when he doesn't perform, but he's a consistent batsman if he comes in form. And the first one international, I don't have the score here, but the second international, he hits 30 around 30 odd runs, and he becomes unluckily run out. Maybe he could have got his 50, but even if he got his 50, I mean, I don't think India are looking for him, to play in that middle order. They're not looking at him as for the long run, for the long term run. Maybe they're looking at Surya Kumar Yadav, who's already 30, I think, and Manish Pandey is 31. So I don't know what they're trying to do. But Manish Pandey, he's performing, but since there is a lot of competition, maybe Surya Kumar Yadav over Manish Pandey, or do you think Manish Pandey over Surya Kumar Yadav?
I think I'll prefer Surya Kumar Yadav because he. If you look at his temperament, I think he's probably one of the best in the whole of Indian cricket. He's so calm and cool, and he's able to pick his shots so beautifully, and he knows when to hit a boundary. That is very very important. If you have the ability to hit a boundary when it is needed, that is a hallmark of a brilliant batsman, and that is what Surya Kumar is. And Manish cannot complain of any chances because he's been given chances consistently, and he's not been performing consistently. So if he loses his place in the side, he is to be blamed himself. He cannot say that He didn't get a brilliant run, but I feel for Surya Kumar Yadav. For he could have been in the Indian team maybe 3 years ago or 4 years ago. He was getting runs. I don't know why he was kept out, and he looks a very class batsman. There is no doubt about that. And mind you, he is not a T20 or a ODI expert. He is very good in days cricket. So I can see him as a good test batsman also. So he is one of my favorites. Surya Kumar Yadav, definitely. Manish Pandey, yes, he is a brilliant stroke maker. He has had his chances. But if he gets dropped, I will not feel bad for him.
Well, that's it. Okay, let's wrap up the show for the third one day international prediction type. Vijay sir, do you think Sri Lanka will give any fight? We're not going to ask whether Sri Lanka will win it or India will win it. Let's just ask, will Sri Lanka put up 300?
I doubt, Chiru. It'll be very tough for them to put 300 because Indians would have known now how to bowl to them. 2 matches gone, and they know their plus and minus points. And but let me tell you, even before the series had begun, I was doing a show with somebody, and then I was asked about how it could be. I had said I'll be surprised if Sri Lanka wins a match. I almost was surprised last night. They almost won the game, but I can't see them beating India in the third match.
Okay, then Maitreya, let's get to you for the final question. How many wickets do you think? I mean, who will be the star of the third one international? Which player we need to look out for?
I think if you come to the batting wise, uh, I feel Sri Lanka. I don't think there will be any batsman, and in Sri Lanka, I feel the highest scorer will be Karna Ratne. Though he comes down the order, I feel he is the one who's been the highest scorer in the last 2 matches for Sri Lanka. And for India, I just cannot tell one name because we don't know who performs or who doesn't perform. But I will be looking out for Surya Kumar Yadav only this match also because I expect him to do well in the batting side and bowling side. I cannot pick any bowler because we have seen the first match somehow performed, second match they have performed, and others also have given in their efforts. So I just cannot pick one bowler. It's very tough to say, but I'll be watching out. I'll be watching out for Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Kunal Pandya because Kunal Pandya in the first match I've seen he has bowled really economically, and I want to see if it continues with the same form. We can use him as an all-rounder for the coming series also. So I feel we can watch out for him.
Okay, that's it. The end of today's episode. Thanks, Vijay sir and Maitreya for coming. And this will be the last episode with our cover art, the current cover art with, I don't know how to describe it, with KL Rahul, I can say. Without KL Rahul, the next cover art will be coming up before the next episode. And we have taken 2 days to create it and we have shown each other. And I'm just waiting for the cover art to drop out. So, Vijay sir, let's talk about our cover art before we end this show.
I'm very delighted with it because you and Krishna have picked a beautiful background color to the artwork, and the choice also is fantastic. Let us surprise our friends, viewers, listeners when we put it online, on internet and on Facebook. And I'm very happy and very thrilled to see the new artwork. And also, Chiru, before we sign off, we have to thank our dear friend Akash, the force behind this. He stays in the background. So thank you, Akash, for all your support.